cast off that lower nature, cast off the, oh, I can't, I mustn't. I haven't got the skill, the ability, the this, the that, the other. What a load of rot. Of course you have. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot and to the fantastically titled Martian Galactic downloads. On the 12th and 13th of February, Mars will conjunct the Galactic Center at 27 degrees Sagittarius. Now, this is something that happens every couple of years due to the combination of the orbit of Earth and Mars. Now, every time, according to the astrologers, this is what I've gathered, every time a planet crosses the galactic center, it gets recharged. It gets a transmission from the galactic center. It gets very, very slightly reprogrammed. So the way that Mars energy will be exhibiting itself in our life from here on in, well, for the next couple of years, will be very, very slightly different to the way it's been exhibiting itself in the last couple of years. Having said that, Mars is Mars is Mars. It's only a slight difference, but there is still that element of reprogramming or recharging. Now, this is a general reading, so general reading rules will apply, and you want to watch more than one. There's quite a bit of waffle on this bit, but you will find a timestamp in the description down below, just so that you can fast forward past all this bit once you've watched it once. You want to look at your sun, your moon, your rising, but most importantly, I would say you want to look at your placement of Mars, and you want to be aware not just what sign it's in and what the reading for that one, but also be aware what house Mars is in for you, so that you can see what area of your life the Martian energies will be most exhibiting themselves. Now, I've said about the birth chart. I did the same similar readings for the Venus conjunct Galactic Center, or more to the point, Venus conjunct Jupiter conjunct Galactic Center. There's the Jupiter ones before Christmas, November time, wasn't it? These readings, in effect, from what I've just said, are still valid. So I will put the playlists up later. I will be using quite a lot of cards for this. I was instructed to use quite a lot of cards. Quantum Oracle, Numerology Guidance cards, Gateway Oracle, Enchanted Map, the Daemon Tarot, and for the main tarot decks, Tarot Illuminati, Spellcaster Tarot, and my main deck being the Thoth deck. Also, I'll be using the Oracle of Heaven and Hell from Bloodstone Studios, and if the Devil card comes up, I will clarify with my Demon Possessed Tarot, again from Bloodstone Studios. They are well worth checking out. So, if the reading means anything to you, please do subscribe down below. And like I say, get that birth chart. Click on the link, get the birth chart, have a read of it. It'll be useful for you. With no further ado, let me bring up the cards. Of course, it might help if I actually told you what the question is that I'm asking. So, the question is, how can we best utilize the galactic download, the reprogrammed Martian energies in our lives? How can we best take advantage of this? Back to your normal scheduled service. So, Aquarius, my first instinct is, have you been beating up on yourself again? I wish you would pack it in. We have the, from the numerology guidance cards, we have card number 61, self-love. There's an action that you need to take where you are going to be looking after yourself and fulfilling a higher spiritual purpose, as well as following rules that you may have set for yourself. You have wonderful clarity about this at the moment, but I think it's affecting more than you, and I'll tell you why at the moment. Well, I'll tell you why now, because there's a Ten of Pentacles right with it. So there's that whole family community vibe with the Ten of Pentacles. But you have been listening to guidance which has been being presented to you, you have the opportunity of bringing two disparate elements together, two aspects of your life together. You don't need to juggle them anymore, not with the presence of, or the use of intelligent, look at this. We've got the moon So I'm seeing very much that unity of the two towers, or the tame and the wild in the moon, but I'm seeing the mysticism, the illusions that, not illusions, but allusions that looking at things in moonlight can create, the metaphors, the hints, and the whispers that moonlight creates, with the star, that guidance that I saw down here in how you're feeling at the moment. But there's more guidance to come, so I'm tempted to say, listen harder. There's definitely guidance to come, and they are guiding you to create a whole new area of your life, a whole new project, a whole new thing. I feel you've got the giving birth card here from the Gateway Oracle, but I feel like it's you're giving birth to yourself. You know, there's it's I don't mean tonight, Matthew, I will be. You know, it's you are giving birth to a new you, and luck will be on your side with this, because it hasn't felt easy recently. There's been news that has almost wanted to trap you to a certain extent, but that news, you turn that around. We've got from the Damon Tarot, Le Carte Infernal, Ronove, and also he appeared here in the Oracle in Heaven and Hell. He has something important to say, so let me read him out. Basically, the divination for this card is focus on persuasive arguments and intelligent debate. But what's really interesting is what this writer, Ariana Osborne, writes about Ronove, because there wasn't a lot of information from the Dictionnaire Infernal to work from. Ronove uses his knowledge of debate and argument, as well as his gifts for any language, to help settle disputes between all peoples and to spread general goodwill to the whole world. I can see how certain kings may feel that that is the province of a demon rather than an angel. But this is a very good example of a gift that could be used for ill purposes. Indeed, with an understanding of how to lead and influence conversation, Ronove could tear friends apart and incite war. But instead, he takes care to use his skills for the betterment of humankind. Maybe this, what you are doing, although obviously it's you based, is going to affect more than you. Like I say, it's affecting the community. You've got your eyes on the community at the moment. Instead, he takes care to use his skills for the betterment of humankind. He strives to bring people to compromise and agreement. But you have to be liking yourself and casting off these old chains that are offered at the moment, to get the transformation for you to step into this role. But you can already see that you can step into this role like that. So 2 devil cards, 1 reversed, 1... I don't reverse those cards. It was a push for me to use any reversed cards in the first place. But the transformation card, there we have the devil reversed, and let's have a card for that one, please. Okay, we've got 6 of Swords. You can move away from those chains. You can just, give up on those chains, move away from them. And for this one, look who we've got again, Ronove. So that's all 3 Ronove cards that I own out on this table. Teaches rhetoric very well, gives faithful servants, favour of friends and foes, and knowledge of languages. 8 of Wands. Things can move fast under the light of the sun. So, cast off that lower nature. Cast off the, I can't, I mustn't. I haven't got the skill, the ability, the this, the that, the other. What a load of rot. Of course you have. You've had anxiety in the past, and there's another devil card. The anxiety has chained you, but I also feel like that it's been slightly imposed on you. Someone, quite a forceful, possibly a fire sign, possibly an Aries, has put this anxiety around you, and you've basically gone, okay then, yep, I can wear this anxiety as a shroud. I'm happy in these swords, because it's the Eight of Swords, it's the anxiety card, and they're all swords and they look sharp, but it's got a wonderful beauty to it. It's got a real sort of you can sit in there nicely. It could be quite comfortable inside that fear and anxiety. So let's see what this devil card. I've probably already said what that devil card is, but let's go on. We've got one here, and we've got Ten of Swords. So there's a torment that could have come to the end at any point. But we're going into the Seven of Swords, and I'm feeling Queen of Cups, Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. And the Seven of Swords, with all three Ronove cards, is telling me that the judicious use of secrets, the judicious use of those facts that you know, will really help bring your dream into being. But you've got to be listening to this guidance that comes through. You've got to be listening to the needs of your community, because other people are looking to you and looking for a change in you, and they are trusting your intuition. And there you will find that other people around you, the odd comments that's going to make you go, huh, I thought that, but more to the point, I could do that. And when people are saying, this needs doing, well, listen to it, because you could do that. You're worried that it's just way too much stress and you're going to be under attack. You're concerned about this Aries influence again, and that the plans are whistling Dixie, that they're not going to get anywhere. But you've got all three Ronove cards, and he's really coming through to say that you can bring peace to this situation, you can bring compromise to this situation, you can move forward with this situation in a form of rebirth. Giving birth. You can forge forward into the unknown. There's no rules holding you back. And we have abundance with the Three of Cups as your final outcome. The High Priestess, that you are taking on board that role. You are taking on board a burden. Yeah, sure. About time. Because this anxiety here, this accepting somebody else telling you what you can do and can't do, that's you copping out. Take on this burden because it's the right thing to do. And you're going to find that there's plenty of other people who can assist you with this, but you're the one that's going to have to stand up and start that movement, start that compromise, start that discussion, that debate, whatever it is. So if this is a family drama, a workplace situation, it's really unlikely to be a love relationship, to be quite honest. It could be political campaigns, it could be spiritual movements. Certainly with that Hierophant, it could be some form of spiritual movement, but you will not be doing it on your own, but it is up to you to lead. And sometimes, you're leading from behind because you're telling people what they need to hear so that they go and be the best that they can be. But by you making the effort to do that and getting over your nerves, you are being the best that you can be. So finally, this could all kick off in Libra season, or when Mars finally gets to Libra, because I rolled the zodiac dice earlier, or there's certainly that element of you don't have to juggle anymore, and you don't have to juggle anymore because you are finding balance. That's the other thing that this Libra is telling me. And also you could be working with a Libra or more than one Libra, to be honest, because I've got the image in my head of a pack of Libras, whatever that may look like. So if this means anything to you, comment down below. But more importantly, if you've been playing with an idea and you're thinking, I could, no, I couldn't, I haven't got the skills, I haven't got people don't think highly enough of me, people don't look at me that way. No, maybe they don't at the minute because you've been wearing these 8 swords as a shield. But people can look at you that way. Give birth to yourself. Have the transformation. Move forward. Do it. Get on with that campaign. Get on with that discussion. Start the conversation, whatever it is. Anyway, lecture over. Comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there. Your next reading, like I said, will be your new moon reading. as I say with the Martian energies, this could be any point in the next 2 years. Apart from Martian energies are pretty fast, so I imagine this will come round reasonably fast. If it's going to come for you at all, look at your sun, moon, rising sign, etc., etc. You heard the blurb at the start. But that also means that my Venusian Galactic downloads and my Jupiter conjunct Galactic Center videos are still valid. So I'll put the playlists up, which they're probably appearing and covering my face right now, because in the meantime, all I've got to do is wish you good luck, God's strength. You can do this. Cheers.